Hey there guys, Jeade here, casting a Non-Innovators tournament game. This game is actually a 1v1 amateur tournament hosted by some guy on Reddit. I can't give you the name right now because I honestly just don't know. So, it's the first round of this tournament, and as you can see, the blue team up there, Non-Innovators, led by Cold Turtle, also known as Fluid. We've got Vital, Violent Waffle, Saviour, and Slap Bet. They are up against a team that, again, I don't know the name of because I just don't pay attention that much. But anyway, there's Rangers of Revwood, Mekon, Elicas. Excuse me a second. Elias QT. Elias. Okay, and Bionid is Alistair. So, first thing that strikes me right now is how all of Team Innovators have skins aside from Violent Waffle. A rather nice team coming out. Iron Solari, Leona, Red Baron Corky, Statue of Carthus, and Judgment Kale. Rather nice skins indeed, whereas to compensate, we've got Annie in Wonderland in the mid lane for the team that I just don't know. And I'm going to be calling it the team that I don't know for the remainder of the game until someone decides to message me the name of the team. Fantastic. Okay. So, first thing that strikes me right now is the amount of CC coming down from Team Innovators right now. Innovators have got a good amount of CC in Nautilus. Nautilus is a CC monster. His auto attacks snare people for half a second, I believe. His depth charge has a really... hang on, depth charge. That's the ultimate. I'll get onto that later. His dredge line is a good pull and a good knockback. It also sends him right into the middle of the fight so he can stem down the Riptide. Riptide, great team slow. Really good. Especially at the higher levels, that slow can really help out. And of course, the depth charge, the ability that I said a little bit earlier when I didn't actually plan on it. Depth charge, everyone knows it. He sends down his Axe of Doom, and it sends people flying about all over the place. One of the more visually fun abilities in the game, and it can also completely wreck a team fight. Team No Name may have a bit of issue with that, so... okay, this game will be underway. That is not good. My mouse happens to be a little bit... okay, my mouse is now no longer stuck and all I missed were people walking about. First thing that strikes me, everyone on Innovators aside from Leona, of course, taking boots and pots, wanting that extra maneuverability, except for... in fact, everyone wanting boots and pots except for Jarvan and the supports. Rather nice. Graves and Corky will be duking it out rather nicely. I believe Graves has a slightly bigger auto-attack range than Corky. Just going to check that now. Corky has a... that's Bionid. I did not want to look at Bionid, you stupid thing. Corky has 550 attack range. Graves happens to have 525, so Corky should have a little bit better advantage in early game harassment, but of course Graves, with that slight adjustment to his buckshot, can completely wreck the opposing lane mate. So, Cold Turtle is hanging about in the mid lane. Both teams going to act rather defensively in and around their blue buff. Innovators taking a slightly more spread out defense. And in the meantime, Team No Name just hanging around in exactly the same place. Eliquist is heading towards his own bottom lane, which is very nice indeed. In the meantime, Saviour will get that slight gold advantage by taking down these golems. Hopefully going to take them down with minimal damage. The team Slapbet doing a rather nice job at pulling, and hopefully he won't take much damage. Hopefully the golems won't actually reset, because a reset golem is never nice indeed. Mekon jungling to pick up his blue. Revwood did use a stun. He did use a stun on that blue buff. That would have certainly helped out his team, and well, yeah, pretty much. Vital pulling for Violent Waffle. Violent Waffle actually taking a fair amount of time, and... oh, they're the little creeps, never mind. I thought they'd look like Shaco's Jack in the Boxers. Excuse me while I just mess about with my interface settings. Apparently the HUD's just a tad bit small for my liking. Okay, let's have a look at that. Did that help at all? Okay, how about a little bit more? There we go, it's actually readable for most people now. Violent Waffle already rather low when it comes to health, although he did start off boots and pots. That extra armor would have helped out, but and also those extra health pots would have helped out, but at least he'll progress between the two camps relatively swiftly indeed. Vital currently trying to farm up as best he can. Vital currently sitting on a good 7 creeps compared to Annie's 9. Annie having a slight advantage, but Cold Turtle and Lorraine will actually go to town on each other. Cold Turtle having a nice bit of ranged auto attack bonus and a good slow onto Lorraine kept him within auto attack range. Slapbet is actually hanging in and around this Alistair. Going in on Alistair may not be the best thing in the world. If you don't get your stun combo off, then Alistair can completely turn you around, knock you up, headbutt you into the enemy tower, and that may end up being first blood on the dead Leona, so Slapbet will have to be rather cautious. For those of you who don't know, Slapbet used to be ZG Raging Bone until he got a promotion on the website and decided to change his name. So right now, all of the lanes are actually pushing fairly nicely. Revwood is farming under tower, Yorick is farming under tower, and of course Eloquist and Bionid also trying to farm under tower as well. Bionid doing a nice job at taking down the creeps enough so 1 tower hit and 1 auto attack for Graves would have picked up the kill, but possible gank opportunity onto Vital. Mekon does have a double buff, knockup goes onto Vital, but Vital manages to escape rather nicely. Wall of Pain goes down onto Jarvan, but it won't exactly pick anything up. Revwood, a little bit mana-starved, but couldn't exactly capitalise on that gank opportunity. I honestly thought that Jarvan knockup wasn't quite going to work, but oh well. Oh, Jarvan, where are you going? Mekon heading towards Cold Turtle. There are no wards down there, so as soon as Turtle ends up descending, this could be a dead Turtle indeed. Turtle actually flashing away. Will he end up being able to escape? And Ignite goes down to him. He's already healed himself. This looks like a dead Turtle. First blood in favour of not Mekon, the other one, Lorraine. Lorraine on Team No Name, having the slight advantage against Kayle in this early game. Now that is quite an advantage indeed. Solo top is the lane that either gets completely camped by the jungler, or it can completely spiral out of control. It is the most snowball prone lane, and a fed Yorick, a really fed Yorick, can completely mess up the plans of Innovators. Yorick doesn't seem to be... hang on, why am I saying that? I don't know. I just felt like saying it at the time. Minions pushing down the tower. The tower is currently at 3/4 health, and Kayle will farm that up rather nicely. Saviour is doing a pretty nice job at harassing this Eloquist. Eloquist already down to half health. Bionid forced to end up maxing heal rather nicely. Well, I say that. Did he max heal? Yes, he did. He is maxing heal first. So that sustainability on Graves will be rather nice. Of course, Leona is a non-sustaining support, so Saviour will just have to try his best with lifesteal and actual pots. Only got 2 left, so a bit of harassment from Eloquist, and Bionid would end up forcing a couple of those pots and possibly putting Saviour on the back foot. But right now, Saviour does have the advantage on this bottom lane. Yorick, where are you going? Lorraine actually warding the blue buff entrance. Blue buff will be up in a good 2 minutes or so. And that ward may end up picking up Violent Waffle as he's heading in and around there. Violent Waffle currently recalling after the Wraith camp. It's currently sitting on a rather nice 28 creeps and a Philosopher's Stone. Those gold for 5s are exceptionally helpful on Nautilus, who isn't the quickest jungler in the world, and certainly needs that gold to get that those items to get that dominating gank presence. And they're camping top once again. Cold Turtle gets knocked up. Cold Turtle already popped the shield. Will the Ignite go down onto him? Cold Turtle will actually survive on a relatively low amount of health, popping a health pot and already using that health pot. So Violent Waffle walking straight past that ward that was already there. Ping went down and they know exactly where Waffle is. That ward may be... well, it'd mean that Cold Turtle is unlikely to get a gank in the near future. Although Kayle is now level 6, so if he does get ganked, he can pop that invulnerability and he should be able to survive. But that invulnerability is on a mega long cooldown, if I am correct. Well, it's a moderate cooldown, 90 seconds. That is still a lengthy cooldown and a half. So Jarvan picking up his own blue right now. Mekon possibly going to give it to Annie. Annie kind of needs that blue buff to try and combat this pokiness of Karthus. Karthus does have a lot of range on the layways, and Karthus versus Annie, it really depends on whether Annie can get off that stun. If Annie can hit the stun, then Karthus may be in a world of hurt, but Karthus, once he certainly hits blue buff at least, Karthus will be able to poke down that Annie rather nicely. And what is going on down in bottom lane? Nothing, because Jarvan decided to completely duke about the place. Cold Turtle gonna push the lane a little bit. Possible lane gank? Nah, Violet Waffle actually backing off and leaving Cold Turtle to it. Turtle currently level 6 up against the level 7 Yorick right now. So Cold Turtle may not be in the best position right now. Wall of Pain went down on Annie, but Annie actually having to back off. Nautilus heading around towards his own wolves, won't be able to gank anywhere for the moment. Isn't actually level 6 yet. He's actually a fair way off being level 6 compared to Jarvan, who is already level 6 and can yell Demacia, send up a giant arena wherever he pleases. See, a good Jarvan player will end up walking into lane, causing enough harassment and damage to force any type of escape move, and then jump on your face to force the Capitalism and possibly a flash as well. If Jarvan's prematurely Capitalism, then they can easily escape that, and if the Jarvan's not too great, then Jarvan can just, well, he may end up trapping himself inside that Capitalism, which is never what you want to do. Right now in bottom lane, not top lane, directed camera, I said in bottom lane, thank you. Corki currently sitting on 77 creeps up against Graves' 66. Not any type of harassment going down right now, but Jarvan coming around the side, and that is exactly what I was talking about right there. Jarvan prematurely Demaciaing, and although he forced flash and could see it as a successful gank, now all that's left, Annie actually missing Tibbers. Vital trying to, will Vital be able to survive? Oh, okay. Okay. Right, I completely mind-wiped there on what just happened. Jarvan came round the back, tried to knock up Vital, but Annie missed the Tibbers, and that would have killed Vital rather quickly. Although Vital did die from the combined efforts of both people, Annie stuck around in the defile with an ignite on her face just long enough so that Vital ends up picking up the kill and making it a 1-for-1. Currently 1 for 2 right now in favour of Team No Name at the 10 minutes and roughly 10.5 minutes mark. Cold Turtle doing a relatively nice job against this Lorraine. Not sure why Jarvan's hanging around there. I'm not sure why he's wanting to gank now, because Cold Turtle will end up going back. There we go. He's actually recalling, and Jarvan is wasting a lot of time being here. So, how's life with Nautilus right now? Nautilus has hit level 6, so now we can see some really disruptive ganks coming on. Opening with that dredge line, follow up with the Riptide, follow up with the depth charge. That is a lot of CC coming down from where Nautilus ganks. And now, Nautilus has that presence where if he comes into your lane, you're not going to be able to escape without popping flash, without popping an escape move, which, by the way, Yorick has none. Yorick, granted he has flash, but still, it could be, it's not exactly the best position for Yorick to be in right now. Yorick possibly going to push down this lane a bit, or just try and starve Turtle, my mistake. We're actually going in onto Lorraine right now. Death charge actually missing. Sorry, Death charge actually going up right now. Nice knock-up. Nice slowdown. Under tower right now. Violet Waffle actually invincibilitying Violet Waffle as well. Violet Waffle under the chase. Down goes the dredge line. Will that spear kill? Yes, it will. Violet Waffle actually getting the assist from Cold Turtle. Cold Turtle still escaping. Revwood coming around the side. This could be a dead Turtle. Revwood dropping down the Tibbers and the Q as well. Cold Turtle not in a good place. Violet Waffle being picked up by Mekon as well. Karthus trying to follow up, but he just wasn't quite there in time. That was not the best move in the world for Cold Turtle and Violet Waffle. Granted, they picked up Lorraine, but unfortunately they gave a kill to Annie, which is never what, it's not what you want to do. You do not want to give a kill to Annie. Annie's one of these champions that has a ludicrous amount of damage in the late game. She can AP carry so very well. Vital actually doing a nice amount of harassment onto Revwood. Vital currently in a nice position. Blue buff will be up in about, I don't know, 3 minutes or so. So Violet Waffle will have that to nom on rather soon. Anyway, action down in bottom lane. And I'm saying action down in bottom lane. Nothing's actually occurring. Saviour currently trying to farm up as best he can. Currently on 102 creeps compared to 85. If anything, Jarvan needs to start focusing on this bottom lane to try and shut down Saviour, because he is very clearly beating this Graves. Graves just hasn't been auto-attacking enough to benefit from the true red passive. Look at that burst damage onto Elakist. More rockets going down, and Saviour, he is poking so very nicely, and considering that Corki is a very mana-dependent champion, the fact that he's poking that much is very nice indeed. Mekon did get seen, so Mekon will end up backing off. Cold Turtle actually doing a rather nice job as well. So Lorraine versus Turtle right now, they're both 1 kill for 1 death, and they're actually going in on it right now. Jarvan and Annie coming around the side. Turtle has to back off very shortly. Annie and Jarvan hanging around the side. Where is Nautilus going? Nautilus may be heading back up, and Cold Turtle has to back off. Thank God for that pink ward, which allows Turtle to see where the 2 enemy champions are. Annie and Jarvan wasted a fair amount of time there, but now Violet Waffle hanging around the corner. Did he DC? Actually went straight onto Revwood. Revwood in a world of hurt right now. Demacia onto Vital. Will Vital be able to escape? Nice pickup by Violet Waffle. Jarvan ends up going down, actually flashing away. The ultimate, will it end up going down? It's unlikely. Karthus will save that Requiem for another day. 1-for-1 trade, and the fact that both AP carries went down to the junglers could be a lot worse. Violet Waffle doing a nice amount of damage onto Mekon. Mekon actually getting stunned as well. Violet Waffle is having a rather nice game right now. 54 creeps, boots mobility, Philosopher's Stone, 1-1-1 is his current score. There is no action down in bottom lane whatsoever. Bottom lane has been an action-free zone, aside from farming and Saviour actually having a 20 minion advantage on that. Oh, a bit of action. Finally, Elakist taking a horrendous amount of damage. Saviour possibly going to go in on this. Karthus ultimate goes down. Vital picking up a kill onto Graves. Ultimate goes down onto Bionid. Bionid not in a world of hurt. Will Saviour be able to catch up? No, he won't. Bionid escapes on a good 200 health plus a heal and a possible knockups if Saviour end up going in. But I doubt that he'd want to go in. Slapbet had used all of his moves, but Saviour didn't quite have the mana to Valkyrie in and Gatling gun at the same time if that was his plan. So that was a nice pickup on bottom lane. Good synergy by Vital, Saviour and Slapbet. Just focusing down on Graves, making Alistair use his moves, which eventually resulted in the death of Graves and more gold for Vital. Vital currently a nice amount of gold ahead of this Annie. Vital on 4,900 compared to this Annie's 3,800. 1,100 gold at this stage of the game is a rather big deal. Turtle versus Lorraine, both are actually going in on this. It's a 1v1 fight. Lorraine actually backing off. Cold Turtle winning the fight, but Lorraine turning around. Cold Turtle's going to die. And Lorraine possibly baiting that one. That ultimate just too strong for Kayle at this current stage of the game. Revwood in a world of hurt. This is going to be a kill. Vital picking up Annie exceptionally easily. At this stage of the game, there's nothing Annie can do right now. Annie is underleveled by 2 levels, 13 to 11. And gold-wise, he's just fed Vital an extra 300, sorry. Oh, excuse me for slight FPS drops there. Hopefully it'll sort itself out in a second. Or at least I hope it sorts itself out. Jarvan standing right next to a ward up here. That is always what you want to do. Slapbet, Waffle, Violet and Saviour are all hanging around there as well. Nice dragon pickup, a nice amount of global gold, and to be honest, Cold Turtle needs that if he wants to compete up against Lorraine up in top lane. Turtle isn't having the best game in the world. Lorraine's the only one who's winning his lane in favour of Team No Name. Vital is certainly in favour up against this Revwood Annie. Vital currently sitting on 40 more creeps and 2 more kills. That is an insane amount of gold difference. Bottom lane, Saviour is currently 20 minions ahead and a assist ahead compared to a death. That blue buff didn't know what happened to him. Vital picking up the kill rather nicely. Could get caught out by Reekwood, never mind. Nice wall of pain to keep people at bay. Vital actually harassing down this Alistair a bit. Possibly going to force an ultimate. Oh, actually forcing a flash from this Alistair. Now Mekon all by himself. Zenith Blade not getting a stun off. Low damage onto Mekon. Violet Waffle ending up picking up the kill. Revwood, he's the focus of everyone. He gets completely destroyed by Saviour. Lorraine goes down. He's back up to try and wreak some havoc. Down goes Alistair. Elakist is the only one left. Double kill for Vital. Will Alistair end up surviving? Violet Waffle keeping Lorraine at bay. That was a brilliant play by Team Innovators. Karthus he does not have his ultimate up, unfortunately. That may have picked up a kill on Elekis, but Elekis just managed to escape in time. 4-for-0 exchange, and they didn't even have Cold Turtle with them. That is the power of a slightly fed Karthus. Karthus currently sitting on a Rod of Ages, and that Rod of Ages he actually just bought, so never mind. He didn't even have a Rod of Ages at the time. Saviour with a BF sword and a Doran's blade, and a Phage as well. There's just so much damage coming out from Team Innovators right now, and that was a well orchestrated team fight. Just focusing Mekon, then focusing Revwood, and they just focused down one person at a time, one by one by one. Bang, bang, bang. Lorraine, granted he came back with his ultimate, but I would have preferred to see it if he ultimated Mekon. Seeing as Mekon's the one who's fed on Team No Name and the one who's actually doing the damage output, it would have been nice if Lorraine ultimated Mekon, so he would have helped out. But then again, wasn't the worst thing in the world. Revwood is now still a level behind this vital Karthus, but he's also died 4 times. Karthus has picked up 5 kills, and he's still a very nice 45 creeps ahead. That's a big gold difference. In fact, let's have a quick look at that. 4.3k to 6.8k, 2.5k gold difference. That is an insane amount in a 1v1 lane. And to be honest, Mekon was the only one who ganked. So even with ganks against Vital, Vital still has a 2,500 gold lead at a just before the 20-minute mark, and with 26k gold to 21.4k team gold, favour is certainly in favour of Team Innovators right now. Violent Waffle currently trying to gank nothing because that's how he rolls. Is actually going to pick up a ward as well. That pesky ward has been there for minutes, and they managed to pick up that kill rather nicely. Bionid, Mekon and Elekis hanging around the side, possibly going to try and get the damage output off onto these trio of Innovators. Well, they end up going around the side. They walk straight past a ward, so they end up picking up a turret, and this is not a good place for Alistair to be. Alistair going to get completely destroyed. Elekis is the focus for everyone. Depth charge knocks him up. Elekis goes down. Saviour picking up the kill. Vital, whilst exhausted on Karthus, not the best move in the world. Bionid and Mekon end up going down. Cold Turtle picking up a kill. Vital survives on 10 health. Vital, wow. That Vital. That was insane luck by Vital. He didn't even pop his ultimate. He didn't have to. They just got a 4-0 exchange. Vital completely tanking everything, but the damage output for Team No Name just not good enough. Lorraine getting completely demolished by everyone as Clone is up to try and wreak some damage, but it's not going to work. Lorraine, he's tunnel visioning on Karthus, but there's just too many stuns and slows onto Lorraine just passively. Violent Waffle taking a tower hit or two, but it's not too bad. Overall, there was an unofficial ace, unofficial 5-0 exchange, and now Innovators has a major advantage. 8k gold difference, 2 towers, and a very, very nice 8 kill difference as well. The kills are certainly going the right way, except for, well, except for Slapbat. Slapbat picking up 2 kills is not the best thing in the world, but then again, he does have 2 gold per 5s. And those kills may have given him enough gold to get those gold per 5s, and now Saviour should have some fun killing all of those. Nice amount of Leona passive going to town on that creep wave. Saviour is currently sitting on a 165 creeps at 20 minutes. That is a very nice amount at 20 minutes. But those 3 kills and those 7 assists out of 14 kills in total, he's been in pretty much all the team fights. And he's been doing a stand-up job as well. They're actually going to try and ninja Baron. They have warded everywhere. Vital smells something up. Will they be able to take down Baron? Vital is currently hanging around. Alistair hanging around as well. They're actually tunnel visioning on Baron, but they have backed off due to lack of health and being able to survive that Baron attempt. Cold Turtle getting Demaciad, flashing out of that one as well. Knock up not actually going down. Slow did, but Mekon ends up prematurely Demaciating quite often so far. It would be nice if he Demaciated onto an opponent that's already flashed, but it's not fully essential. So Team No Name hanging around this Tribrush, possibly going to try and ninja Baron once again. Violent Waffle is there to try and ninja down some of those wards, and the Innovators do have a couple of wards as well. Team No Name, where are you going, good sirs? You are heading straight past 2 wards, because that's what you want to do. They did pick up those 2 wards rather quickly due to the fact that there are 5 of them. Now they're heading to try and defend this mid lane. But they're letting Dragon go to Team Innovators. That's what you do when you're ahead, you get further ahead. It is a shame that Dragon ended up resetting, but now they're actually possibly going to go for this. Mekon is the one with the oracles, and they're going to go for this again. Tunnel visioning on Baron. Innovators are running down. Will they be able to get there in time? Actually, Team No Name backing off once again. And so, what are they going to do? They're going to base race. They're going to kill mid lane turret in exchange for top lane turret, which to be honest isn't the worst thing in the world. Minions are already here for Team Innovators, and they have the damage output on these towers. All of Team No Name actually going to recall to try and defend this push. It's a very nice move by Innovators. You know where the enemy team is, so why not take a tower or 2? And an inhibitor as well. Lorraine getting completely annihilated. Wow, loads of damage from Vital, picking up a quick and easy kill. Alistair hanging around the side, but Lorraine is going to town onto Saviour, but they're all going to kill Lorraine for the second time. The inhibitor is going down for the Team Innovators. Innovators doing a rather nice job, and now they're going to do Baron, seeing as, well, minions are pushing on both lanes, and the Innovators know that they're not going to do Baron now. They're actually going to defend their turrets, which at this stage is a rather nice move. Cold Turtle getting his recall completely interrupted. That was a Demacia onto a non-flash opponent. Cold Turtle, he's going to try and escape. Good luck to him if he can. Tibbers goes down, and Elikist ends up picking up a complimentary kill. That wasn't the best move in the world by Cold Turtle, if I'm being perfectly honest. You never want to get caught out by a recall. But good job by Team I Don't Know Your Name, because, well, you managed to pick up that kill. Kayle is one of those champions that is deceptively sneaky. She has a pretty big movement speed buff with her heal, and that can allow some pretty nice jukes. Especially seeing as Kayle is playing AD, I expect a Phantom Dancer coming out from that rather soon. Or at least a Zeal, some type of attack speed item that happens to have movement speed in it as well. Red buff is not there for Innovators because Saviour already claimed it. So what is Team I Don't Know Your Name going to do? They're just going to jungle invade the golems, or just walk past the golems. Okay, they are going to jungle invade the golems, very nice indeed. Revwood picking up the big one. What is Team I Don't Know Your Name going to end up doing? They're all hanging around. Bionid actually recalling. This could be a Baron attempt from the Innovators. There aren't any wards nearby, and Saviour actually going to run into 4 of them, having to Valkyrie over a wall just to survive. Mekon, Redwood, Elikist, and Lorraine all hanging around here. Elikist and Redwood being forced back, and this could be a Baron attempt. In fact, it is going to be a Baron attempt. You know that everyone's recalling, and, well, Team I Don't Know Your Name have to defend their own base. This Baron is going to get completely annihilated by Team Innovators. Red Team's turret has been destroyed in top lane. Thank you, minions, for that one, and Baron is down as well. Team Innovators just keep on pressing this advantage. It's now a 13.4k gold difference, 4 towers advantage, 8 kills still, but oh well, this could be a team fight breaking out right now. Lorraine actually going to run into everyone. Wall of Pain not going to work. Revwood trying to flash away. Lorraine, he's the focus for everyone. He will end up dying. Saviour picking up a kill. Demacia by Miko. Miko not in a nice place. Vital is now dominating, currently sitting on 7 for 2 for 6 with 167 creeps. That's a lot of minions in one place. And now this tower's going to go down as well. Saviour claiming up the minions. So that was a 2 for 0, 1 for 0 in towers exchange in favour of Team Innovators. Rather nice play by them indeed. So this tower is going to get poked down. They do have a couple of minions there, but just the damage output by Saviour ends up reducing it to about 3/4 health. We're actually just going to hide around the side. Let Team I Don't Know Your Name back off towards the mid lane, and then just push it once again. Now the tower will end up going down, possibly an inhibitor as well. Team I Don't Know Your Name will have to try and force something if they're going to defend this inhibitor, or the Innovators are just going to back off. Of course, because that's what you do. When you have an advantage, you back off and split push. I did not see that. You very sneaky Violent Waffle taking down the bottom lane turret as well. So one inhibitor is exposed, one inhibitor is down, and one inhibitor tower is all that remains for team I don't know your name. Compare that to the Innovators, who have just lost top lane tower while they were taking down that mid lane in that split push for both teams. Violent Waffle, Turtle and Slapbat hanging around the side, trying to pick up a rather nice kill. A ward ends up going down, which it just gets completely destroyed. And now the turnaround by Violent Waffle heading around the side. He's not going to be able to pick anyone up with Dredgeline. So Team Innovators are just going to back off and push down this inhibitor. 2 inhibitors are always better than 1 inhibitor, and Violent Waffle knows that. He is heading towards that right now. Mekon, Revwood, Elekist, Bionid all trying to defend it, but there's nothing they can do. You can't exactly engage on a team that's fed, especially Vital. Nice wall of pain going down, although the lay wastes don't actually hit anything. The last one managed to hit Elekist, but that's it. Lorraine actually scaring him away with the Omen of Death. Rather nice indeed. So, guys, what are you doing? You are heading down to bottom lane. Gonna push down this last inhibitor turret. Very nice move indeed. You always want to keep your opponent guessing as to which lane you're actually going to go down. Although they haven't exactly done anything with this Baron. Granted, they picked up a tower and inhibitor. Oh, Bionid actually going in. This is going to be an engage. Demacia goes down. Loads of damage onto Lorraine right now. Revwood getting completely destroyed. Mekon going down. Bionid's the only one left. He's getting completely destroyed. And Saviour ends up picking a double kill. Flash to try and get to Elekist. Karthus' ultimate goes down, but not enough to pick up Elekist. Elekist, the only one who actually survived that. Once again, Vital escapes on a relatively low health. Both inhibitors will be going down, and with that, likely a Nexus turret or 2 as well. Saviour actually going back to shop. Not sure why, but he is. So Elekist, the only one left, and there's the surrender vote for team I don't know your name. I'm sorry, I genuinely don't know your name. I'll stick an annotation in this video later on when I get around to it with your actual name. So there we have it. There was a victory for Team Innovators, 21-7. Up against team, I'm sorry I don't know your name. Mekon's early game was exceptional. He harassed Cold Turtle down a lot and stopped Cold Turtle from becoming a threat. But unfortunately when he ganked mid lane, Annie the Revwood couldn't quite capitalise on it. It would have been nice if they killed Vital once or twice, but whenever Vital died he also picked up Revwood as a compensatory kill. Revwood not quite being able to keep up with Karthus. Karthus ending on 8 for 2 for 9. But an unsung hero that I haven't actually mentioned most of this game is Saviour. Saviour, whose kill count I have only just noticed, is 6 for 0 for 10 with 223 creeps. That is an absolutely insane amount. With 11.3k gold, actually tying with Karthus in that one. Very nice indeed. It would have been nice if Mekon actually ganked bottom lane once or twice. I felt like, aside from the ward in river, there wasn't a lot of map awareness going for Team Innovators. And if Mekon ends up going round the back, round that peanut brush, in fact can I have a look at it? No, I can't. Okay, you can see the mouse down here, round that peanut brush. And if Mekon ganked round there, if they synergized that with a Bionid knock-up, knockback, and an exhaust as well, then that could have been one dead Saviour. Slapbet wouldn't have been able to CC them all. Granted, Saviour did have a flash and a Valkyrie, but it would have been nice if Mekon ended up ganking bottom lane. It may have turned the tide of the game, but there's no way that we'll find out now. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this video. My name's Jeade, your caster for today. Casting ZG Innovators versus the team. I'm sorry, I really don't know your name. I'll see you next time.